managed to list 5 properties from that list of 200 leads, one of which I just sold, which is good. The other 4, hopefully they sell in the coming months or weeks. So yeah, that's been a really good return on the money that I've spent. Yeah, so I'm in real estate and Tauranga, but I specialise in Mount Maunganui and Papamoa, working for Eves here and been in the industry here in this area for around 1 year. Previously I've worked overseas in the UAE where I did real estate for 7-8 years.
Great, yeah, cool. So local real estate in New Zealand, fantastic.
Yep.
And you're pretty new, right? Like, how long have you been going for?
Yeah, so I've been going for 1 year now, or
One
just
year.
over 1 year. 1 year, 1 month. So yeah.
You did say that. Sorry. Cool. So what were you doing for lead generation before we started working together?
I was using another company based in New Zealand, and I was getting leads from them as a pay-as-you-go type of system, and I would then have to contact the lead, cold call them, and try and generate business from that.
Cool. So why did you decide to look outside of that lead generation that you were already doing?
I found that the original lead generation that I was following up with, it was like I was cold calling them, and it was kind of like a chore for them to chat with me or to even share the address with me. So I wanted something that was a little bit more warm leads in order to generate more business, so I could talk to them on the same level, and they were actually looking at selling the property instead of just clicking a button and expecting miracles to happen.
Yeah, for sure. And what were you worried about? We obviously had a few chats. What were you worried about before working with us? And then ultimately, why did you go, bugger it, I'm going to give it a go?
I was worried about spending the money without receiving the return. And I think that would probably be most people's concern when they sign up with any lead generation company. But obviously I got on well with you, and I got on well with Amanda. So I just thought I need to give it a go, because if I don't, how else am I going to be generating leads? And I just thought it'd be good giving you guys a chance.
Perfect. Great. I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
So let's talk about the results, because that's what everyone wants to know. So numbers, how long you've been going for, and yeah.
So I think we've been going for 4 months now, give or take, but I think that's about right. So 4 months. I think I've generated over 200 inquiries from you guys, which has been excellent. Now, obviously, not every single one of those inquiries is going to want to sell their house straight away. So from those, I think I've managed to list 5 properties from that list of 200 leads, one of which I just sold, which is good. The other 4, hopefully they sell in the coming months or weeks. So yeah, that's been a really good return on the money that I've spent.
And do you feel like you've got some others there that are going to list in the next few months? Like, how's your pipeline looking moving forward?
Yeah, so the system that you guys put us in is really good, because you can go into the back end of it and you can identify. You qualify the leads in terms of how long they're going to take until you believe they're going to drop into listing with you. So it will be, say, 6 months, 2 to 6 months, under a month, or listed. So you can kind of check that on a daily basis, and then you can choose to follow up with those. So I've probably got 3 that are sitting in the pipeline right now. I'm not saying they're going to go with me, but I'm saying they will list. And all I want is the opportunity to be able to sit with the people who are going to list, because that's your guys' job to get that stuff for me, and then it's my job to close.
Yeah, great. So 4 months in, 5, potentially a couple more in the next month, and then obviously, we're keeping on building your pipeline and then nurturing those 200 odd leads in there. One thing people, sometimes expect is, come in and start signing listings from day one. So when did you get those 5 listings? You've been going for 4 months. Like, when did they start to come through?
I think the first one came at the end of the 2nd month.
Yeah.
And then the second one, end of the 3rd month, and then the last 3 have just came like in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And if you look at the first one, probably took me a month of work to close. The second one, which closed after 3 months, I was probably in touch with them 2 months before. And then the most recent one that I signed up, which was just on Monday, they were the first inquiry that came through in October.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it takes time. Like 3 to 4 months is when people really start to build momentum and go, this is how it works. So that's really cool to hear. So what's the best? So obviously, when I chat to people, there's a whole lot of information before they sign up with us, and it's hard to understand all the intricacies of what we do for our clients. But what are some of the best things about the system that you didn't really appreciate, I guess, before working with us?
The follow-up. So I did have a lot more time before now, but I like a lot of the time I don't have enough time to follow up with the clients on a regular basis, whether that be phone call, email, or whatever. And you guys have obviously got a team at the back end who does make phone calls after I reach out to try and book appointments for me, which is awesome, and that's worked. Also, just the scheduled emails that you guys have got in place I know that we have I can't remember how many touch points you say there is, but there's a lot of touch points that we liaise with the client to try and make sure that they know that we're still there. So that's really good. What else is there? Obviously, working with the client manager is really good. She's been great to get hold of. Easy to get hold of, sorry, and really easy to work with. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think it's 25 touch points over 6 months. And I think you said that you've actually had people replying to those emails. So
that's right. Yeah, I've had replies, so that's why I know they work. And obviously, you're staying in the forefront of the client's mind when you're always in touch with them, whether it be through an automatic email, a phone call, a text, or even a voice note that we send out. It's just good to always be there so that they realise that you're on top of the game.
Yeah, top of mind wins for sure.
Yep.
Awesome. So if someone's sitting on the fence going, do I, don't I work with the digital pipeline, have you got any words of advice?
Yeah, I think that you should give it a go if you believe in yourself and you're able to deal with clients and to be able to meet their needs. The digital pipeline will give you enough leads that are of good quality for you to be able to have the opportunity to close a deal.
Thank you, Ross. Mate, really appreciate that. Can't wait to see what the next 4 months holds. And yeah, all the best.
Yeah, hopefully we get a couple every month. That'd be nice.
That's the goal.
Yep.
Thanks, mate.
Yep, all awesome. Right. Cheers, James.
See ya.